Introduction. This book consists of 13 messages reaching out primarily to free thinkers who may or may not believe in the existence of a, quote, higher power. You may also doubt or deny the benefit of religion altogether. That's okay. That's where I began some years ago. I was brought up in a home that embraced God as just such a higher power, a force very similar to the philosophical first principles of classical Greece. This God was a God of possibilities and of free self-expression, and I was just a natural part of the ever-unfolding expansion of his, or its, constitution and being. Then in my teens, I stopped believing in God, this God that I had been raised to believe in. Quite frankly, I felt imposed upon that I had been taught to believe in any one religion as, quote, the truth. Then one day, in an epiphany, I realized that I could believe in anything I wanted to, anything that didn't contradict the laws of natural physics. In other words, I could believe in any religious system I pleased, as long as it didn't go so far as to assert that pigs can fly. I felt such relief, such freedom, and lived as an atheist for several years. But is it really possible to change one's beliefs? Or are beliefs about philosophy, politics, and religion changed by external forces, forces like upbringing, education, and experience? Regardless of what actually forms one's latent beliefs, I had become convinced that I had the freedom to believe in whatever I wanted to. I guess I finally grew up. For a time I tinkered with developing my own religion. The takeaway from this phase of my faith journey was my realization that it is possible to believe, but that didn't mean that I had to believe. Once released from my sense of oppression under religious beliefs, beliefs that I had never personally chosen, I could finally consider the idea of God objectively. This is perhaps a good place to mention that there are many paths to faith. Some people say that they have always believed in and had faith in God. On the other hand, some would say, maybe not in so many words, that they have always had an aversion to believing in God. From childhood, they have had some sort of check in their spirit, some mistrust, or even an abrasive resistance to the idea of God. Yet some of those who have, quote, always believed, have ended up living rather unremarkable Christian lives. Whereas many who have resisted God, and some for a long time, have turned out to be some of the most devoted and fruitful believers. The messages in this book speak to a wide range of people with different attitudes and different experiences. Some stories might not connect, but hopefully at least one of the messages will. Likely, however, the reader will begin to notice certain things about God, who He is, how He works, and how He can help in a person's life. Then, after some time, maybe years, or maybe before you finish this book, you will have enough information to decide if faith in the God of the Bible is for you.